welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I am so happy you stopped by. Today I've got a great video for you on the new Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. This is going to be a review slash tutorial. It's just an eye tutorial really quick. This palette is, I believe, $29. I picked mine up at Ulta and you're getting 6 shades in here. And they're cooler tone gray taupe shades. We've got the black at the end, and then of course these mostly cooler tone gray taupes right here, and then your lighter, more highlight lid colors right there. So really love that they've given us a cool tone palette. If you are familiar with Urban Decay shadows, you know they're creamy, they're smooth, they blend out amazingly. Nothing different about this Naked palette and where that's concerned. If you're looking for quality shadows, that's what you're going to get with this palette. But one of the questions I had when I picked this up, and I'm sure one of the questions many of you guys have, is do I really need this palette? If you have the Naked Basics one, do you need this palette? If you have drugstore matte shadows that you're pleased with, do you need this palette? And I just want to show you some swatches to give you an idea of the similarity between this and the Naked one. Naked one is a lot warmer tone than this. These are definitely cool tone shades. You can see over here we've got the matte black, the more taupey gray shades, and then the lighter two over here that are the lid shades. Really pleased with these colors. I'm a real fan of cool tone shadows, and I definitely love the shade selection in here. I think this is a great palette to use as a companion palette, but I personally love using it on its own. I think Skimp for me right here, this kind of pale shade with just a hint of shimmer to it, is just enough for a lid color, as well as maybe even using Stark or Frisk as a lid color for a smokier look. I think those are great as well. The differences between Naked Basics 1 and the Naked Basics 2 are pretty much that the shadows are warmer in the Naked Basics 1 and cooler in the Naked Basics 2. This would be a good palette for beginners. This would be a good palette for just in general lovers of Urban Decay. And for me, I think the answer to that question of whether or not you need this is maybe. If you really enjoyed the Naked Basics 1 like myself, then yeah, you're going to pretty much need this, because if you loved Naked Basics 1, you're going to love this one too. It is cooler toned. I find with this one you get more of a smoky look, whereas with Naked Basics 1 you're getting more of a natural shadow look, which is beautiful. But if you have this one to pair with that, then you've got it all set. I mean, you can take those two together and you've got a slew of matte shadows. If you do not own Naked Basics 1, I definitely recommend Naked Basics 2. I say go to your Ulta, look at them both, see which one you prefer. But I think a lot of people will prefer the Naked Basics 2 over the 1, just because they are a little bit more of different kinds of shades. In the Naked Basics 1, you're getting mostly warmer browns and some lighter kind of skin tone shades just like this, but you do get an extra brown in here versus having 3 skin tone shades like the Naked Basics 1. So definitely would say I prefer Naked Basics 2 over Naked Basics 1, and again, definitely would say that if you want it, go for it. If you're not interested, don't go for it. I'm not saying these shadows can't be duped by some drugstore shades, but I will say it's a lot harder to find cool tone mattes like this beautiful gray and taupe right here. It's a lot harder to find that in the drugstore. So that's what I'll say in concern to whether or not you need this palette. It just is personal preference. If you're a makeup lover, of course you're going to feel the need to buy this. I couldn't pass it up. And if you love Urban Decay shadows, you're going to love this and need it. If you're new to makeup, you may not need this. You may be able to go get a Physicians Formula matte quad and love that just as well. So that's pretty much my review on this. Like I said, really simple, kind of basic palette. That's what it's called, the basics. But really pretty and great quality like you would always expect from Urban Decay. So now on to my little mini tutorial. If you want to see how I got this beautiful matte eyeshadow look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so I've already primed my eyes with my e.l.f. $1 eyelid primer. Now I'm going to go into my Naked 2 Basics, and using my new It Cosmetics for Ulta brush, this is the number 105 crease blending brush. I am going to have a review on this coming up soon as well. I'm going to go into the shade Stark, which is right here, just kind of this matte nude shade. I'm just going to place that all over my lid. Now I'm going to go back into the palette with that same brush into the shade Frisk, It's this nice kind of taupe matte gray, really pretty shade, and that's what I really liked about this palette, was the shades were a little more cool toned than the Naked Basics one. And just blending that right in the crease, trying to put a lot of focus on the outer corner as well. Now going back in again with the same brush, I'm going to go into the shade Covet and kind of do the same thing again, making a lot of focus on that outer corner. Really want to give that some depth for this look. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. contour brush. It looks just like this. You'll notice it has that really nice blunt end to it, and that's really great for a technique that I'm going to show you next. I do have hooded eyes, and this is how I like to give a little more of a depth in my crease. So I'm going to go into the shade Primal, this darkest matte brown right there, and I'm just going to put that right here, placing it right there just above my crease and kind of running that back and forth, and then of course placing it right in the crease as well. So now that we have that in place, I'm going to go back in with my IT Cosmetics brush, and we're going to just blend that out. Now going back into the shade Frisk again with my IT Cosmetics brush, I'm just running that along the border of this shadow. Just go into Skimp and use that as my lid color. I like to do the lid color last with this because these are more dark shades that I use on the outer corner, so I find that works the best for me, doing the lid color last. Okay, so now I've got the rest of my makeup done and my brows done. Now I'm just going to go straight to liner. I have already lined my inner waterline with a little bit of the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. I'm using the pointed tip right now for eyeliner. I think this is great, and it really stays in your waterline, so definitely a multi-use item here. I'm just going to line my upper lash line with the L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner. This is just their eye Kohls that they have. This one's in brown. I'm going to just do a half of a wing, if you will. So I just find that's what works best for my eye shape with this kind of a look. And then onto lashes, I'm going to use my Shiseido eyelash curler. And then I'm going to do 2 coats of mascara. First coat is going to be my L'Oreal Telescopic Volume Mascara. And then second, I'm going to use my Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal Mascara. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I really recommend this palette. If you haven't picked it up and you're tempted to, I say go ahead. I don't think it's so similar to the Naked Basics one that you're gonna feel bad about picking it up. So thank you again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial and review, and have a great day.